Have you ever found yourself sitting alone in a room that once echoed with laughter, conversation, and life, only to be surrounded by a silence so deep it feels like it presses on your chest? The phone doesn't ring as often. Invitations seem to stop arriving, and without noticing, you begin to wonder, how did everything get so quiet? If you're over 60 and feeling the weight of loneliness, I want to reassure you, there is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken, and you most definitely are not alone. Loneliness is not a sign of weakness. It's not some flaw in your character. It is, in fact, a deeply human experience. It's a signal, a quiet message from your soul telling you that it's time to reconnect, not only with others, but perhaps more importantly, with yourself. For decades, many of us live our lives taking care of others. We raise children, support our spouses, check in on aging parents, show up for co-workers and neighbors. We put everyone else first, often without even realizing it. And then one day we wake up to an empty house, a quiet phone, and the aching sense that we were left behind in our own life story. But here's the truth. Even after 60, you can feel loved, deeply loved. You can feel vibrant, fulfilled, and more connected than ever. And no, it doesn't require a total life overhaul. You don't need to move across the country or transform who you are. All it takes is a handful of small, consistent habits, simple practices that gently, day by day, help you come alive again. In this guide, we're going to explore 5 surprisingly powerful habits that can help you shift from loneliness to a sense of joy, connection, and dignity. These aren't quick fixes or hollow self-help slogans. These are rooted in neuroscience, human behavior, and lived experience. And the best part? You can start today, right now. Let's dive in. Habit number 1. Stop chasing people who make you feel small. It's one of the hardest truths to accept, especially as we get older. Some relationships fade. Some people pull away. Some doors close quietly, without explanation. Maybe your adult children don't call as often as they used to. Maybe friends you used to see every week have stopped inviting you to things. Maybe your partner, the one you built a life with, emotionally shut down years ago and you've been holding on alone. And so, you keep reaching out, sending texts, leaving voicemails, making the extra effort, hoping to rekindle what once was. You apologize when you don't need to. You shrink yourself, make yourself more agreeable, just to keep the connection alive. But here's the reality. The more you chase people who aren't chasing you, the smaller you begin to feel. The lonelier you become. The more you pour into people who do not return that effort, the more you reinforce a painful lie, that you're not worthy of real connection. That's why the first habit is this: stop watering dead plants. It sounds harsh, but it's not about giving up on love. It's about choosing self-respect. When someone continually ignores, dismisses, or diminishes you, it is not your job to fix it. It is your job to honor yourself. That means setting boundaries, quietly, without bitterness. That might mean not being the one who always initiates the conversation, not responding right away when your gut tells you someone is taking advantage, letting silence exist and trusting that you will not be broken by it. It means remembering this. Your worth is not measured by how many people call you, text you, or invite you places. Your worth is inherent. And something powerful happens the moment you stop begging for crumbs of attention. You create space for true mutual connection. The kind where you are seen, valued, loved for who you are. Habit number 2. Start your day with a self-honoring ritual. There's a moment each morning when the house is still. The world hasn't reached out yet. The phone is silent. The sky might still be dark. And in that moment, loneliness can feel the loudest. That's why one of the most powerful antidotes to loneliness is to begin your day with a ritual that honors you. Not your to-do list. Not the people who didn't call. Not the regrets of yesterday, you. It doesn't have to be elaborate. In fact, the simpler the better. Sit by a sunny window with your favorite tea and write one thing you're proud of. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am worthy of love. I am not invisible. I am still growing. Play one uplifting song and move your body, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Smile, even if you don't feel like it yet. The ritual isn't about perfection. It's about starting your day with self-respect. Because when you greet yourself with love first thing in the morning, you don't spend the rest of the day waiting for someone else to validate you. You carry your own light into the world. And here's something profound. No one can show up for you better than you can. Not even the most devoted friend or partner. That's not sad. It's liberating. Because when you become the source of your own care, love, and peace, you stop feeling like you're waiting for life to happen. You start living it. Habit number 3, speak to strangers, even when it feels awkward. You might be thinking, but I'm not good at small talk, or I don't want to be a bother. But here's what most people don't realize. Loneliness is often broken, not by deep conversations, but by small, daily acknowledgments of humanity. A simple good morning to a neighbor, a compliment to the grocery store clerk, a smile at the person walking their dog across the street. These micro-connections matter. They activate parts of your brain associated with belonging. They remind you that you are part of the world around you, that your presence matters. You don't need to be witty. You don't need to be extroverted. You just need to be present, and the science backs this up. Research shows that small, positive interactions with strangers or casual acquaintances significantly improve emotional well-being, especially among older adults. Tomorrow, try it. Make eye contact. Say hello. Compliment someone's scarf. Ask the barista how their day is going. You might not leave with a new best friend, but you will leave with a sense of warmth. Over time, those moments add up. They build bridges. They ease the ache of disconnection. And sometimes those strangers become friends. Habit number 4, learn something new, even if you think you're too old. There's a dangerous myth in our culture that aging means shrinking. That after 60, your best years are behind you. That growth, curiosity, ambition, those are for the young. Nothing could be further from the truth. Your mind, your heart, and your spirit still crave stimulation, challenge, discovery. That's why one of the most liberating habits you can adopt is this. Choose to learn something new, not for a job, not for a grade, but for the joy of it. Watch a documentary about a subject you never explored. Pick up a paintbrush for the first time. Try an app that teaches a new language. Join a local class or online group, from poetry to pickleball. And yes, even if technology scares you, learning to use your smartphone or computer more confidently is a powerful act of independence. When you learn something new, you rebuild self-trust. You remind yourself, I am still capable, I am still curious, I am still becoming. One woman, Patricia, began taking watercolor classes at 72. She told us, I used to think I was invisible. Now when I paint, I see myself again. I feel like a student of joy. That's what learning does. It wakes up the parts of you that have been asleep. It reignites passion. It brings new people, new stories, and new energy into your life. So if you feel stuck in the quiet of your days, ask yourself, what's one thing I've never tried that sounds interesting? Then take the first tiny step. Your spark might be waiting there. Habit number 5, let people in, but only on your terms. Let people. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? But for many of us, especially after 60, it's the hardest thing to do. Why? Because we've been hurt. We've loved people who walked away. We've given our hearts to those who didn't deserve them. We've been betrayed, abandoned, dismissed. And so, we put up walls. We keep things surface level. We protect our peace, but the danger is that the same walls that keep pain out can also keep love out. Here's the key. Letting people in doesn't mean letting everyone in. It means choosing one person. One safe, gentle, kind person. And opening your heart just a little. Maybe it's the neighbor you nod to every day but never really talk to. Maybe it's someone in your church group or volunteer circle. Maybe it's a friend you lost touch with, but still think about. Or maybe it's someone online who shares your values, your hobbies, your humor. Start small, send a card, write a comment, Ask someone to meet for coffee. Be the person you wish someone else would be for you. Because here's the truth. Meaningful connection doesn't require a crowd. Just one honest, mutual relationship can dissolve loneliness, like sunlight melts. And remember, you are not too old. You are not too late, you are not invisible, you are still here, and you are just getting started. When you stop chasing people who no longer see you, you reclaim your peace. When you begin your day with self-honoring rituals, you affirm your worth. When you greet strangers and acknowledge the world around you, you invite life back in. When you learn something new, you ignite your spirit. And when you let someone in, just one person, you remind yourself that you are still capable of giving and receiving love. Loneliness is not permanent. It's a chapter, not the whole story. And with these 5 daily habits, you can begin a new one, filled with connection, courage, and joy. Your best days are not behind you, they're ahead.